It is easy to conclude, Tiago, that burning the national flag in the National Theatre, as you propose, would generate a legal tension between the right to the freedom of speech and artistic creation defended by the Constitution of the Portuguese Republic and the respect and deference that the legislature thinks are due to the symbols of national identity. Some doctrinarian schools of legal thought consider that the exercise of the right to freedom of speech and intellectual, artistic, and scientific creation, namely by the creation of a specific work of art, exclude by nature the concept of outrage of the national symbols. However, this same school of legal thought also argues that, for instance, burning a national flag in a public event with institutional relevance is a crime. In our concrete case, we must ponder the fact that the performance you will create, the work of art in question, is taking place in a national monument. Extraordinary caution and thought must be put into the matter. In any case, the real consequences of burning the national flag in the National Theatre will only be fully understood if you do decide to perform that action and if the police or legal institutions decide to react upon it. Then, the outcome depends on the type of reaction the police and the courts will have when you burn the national flag, which is hard to predict because the line that separates freedom of speech and creation and the respect to national symbols is indeed a very thin one. This is the legal advice that I can possibly offer. As always, I do it with pleasure. Warmest regards, Rui. And then I answered, Dear Rui, thank you so much for your email. Thank you so much for your legal advice. Thank you also for your engagement with the work we do at the National Theatre. I must tell you, it is joyful to work with a lawyer that comes often to see performances and has real pleasure in taking part in the life of the theatre. I also wanted to tell you this because it is late at night, and I had just read your email in my hotel room after having presented 2 of our pieces in the same day after 3 weeks of touring in France. Reading your mail gave me the feeling that you were thinking of our problems and about us while we were on stage tonight. It's a warm feeling. It's as if a legal angel was taking care of us while we were doing theater. I imagine that you might be as tired as we are right now, and that's also a warm feeling, Rui. I must admit I'm quite tired. I apologize if this email is not as clear, eloquent, and articulated as yours. On the other hand, that is in a way where the line is drawn between our jobs. I am not obliged to be clear, although audiences prefer if I'm articulated